Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another very exciting session of Candid Meena. And once again, we have Dr. Vinod Nair here with us. We'll be discussing about a lot of topics, starting with the fact that Kiren Rijiju has taken on Rahul Gandhi, and also the fact that Rahul Gandhi is doing each and everything to somehow, put some doubt in the common voters' mind before the Bihar elections in particular. So, coming to the first piece of news, Vinodji, Kiren Rijiju on Saturday said Rahul Gandhi's remarks makes his own MPs uncomfortable as they fear the party will pay the price for his nonsense. The minister said that even the Supreme Court scolded Rahul Gandhi when he called the PM chore and spoke nonsense on the Rafael deal and claimed China occupied our land. Also, Rahul Gandhi is going on a very dangerous track. George Soros says that $1 trillion are kept to destabilize the Indian government. The anti-Indian Khalistan force sitting in Canada, the US, UK, and many left organizations are conspiring to work against the country. This is very worrisome. This is what Kiren Rijiju was quoted as saying. So he's come out very boldly and made all these remarks against Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah, I think it was as if he was speaking for Congress MPs. Like, he has told a very, very plain truth, very bluntly. I'm sure Congress MPs would be thinking like this only, but they, of course, they don't have the freedom to express that publicly. See, like, now, why we call him, most of the people in, at least I don't know, in Kerala and all, they call him Pappu. Pappu in the sense, I mean, that is a colloquial usage that about their intelligence, the improper comments they is making, withdrawing from that, changing strategy, changing the concept which he is supposed to say. He is supposed to be the opposition leader for India. That is even a constitutional post, and it has got a lot of responsibilities. But the way he always comes up with an allegation and retracting from that, changing the goalpost, everything. I mean, naturally, Congress MPs would be saying, is this the right way to fight a party like BJP, which is getting stronger and stronger every day? So probably Kiren Rijiju has spoken for the Congress MPs, or he has spoken their mind. And I think what he has said is absolutely correct, except for there is no confirmation for that 1 trillion George Soros thing. No, it is again an allegation. You won't be able to confirm that whether $1 trillion is being funded by George Soros to destabilize Indian government. That is a claim which was made by so many people. We won't be able to confirm that. But then there is another very important thing Riju has said, that he is Rahul Gandhi is on a very dangerous track. That is, his approach is a very dangerous track, alleging coordination with anti-India forces like George Soros, pro-Khalistan elements, and left-wing organizations. This was what Riju has said. And again, like, he could connect well with the Supreme Court scolding Rahul Gandhi over that remarks, what you have said, like PM chore hai, his comments on Rafale, and his claiming that China has occupied Indian land. All these things he has perfectly played as a real good politician. I have many times listened to Riju speaking, even when he was in Kerala and all. He's a very smart guy. He's a very smart person who can speak and articulate very well about what he is trying to say. So, I think what he has said is the right thing, except, as I said, regarding there is no confirmation for that, is what he has said. There is no confirmation. You will never get a confirmation like that about that $1 trillion. And I think he has made a very good point, at least for the Congress MPs, as if he has seen through their mind. So that's it.
Yeah, also, we have seen that, the way the overseas Congress in US is seen with people from George Soros Foundation, Open Society Foundation. So obviously the link is and influence is quite obvious from the pictures. Uh, yeah,
So what I'm saying is we won't be able to confirm that thing
yeah,
because it's
yeah,
actually it's of that nature. Other than that, what he has said is a very obvious thing. Then he has also said about this. Somebody is from outside India is giving $1 trillion as a destabilization fund. That is a very very major allegation, and I mean that is a great allegation, and that is actually having implications on Rahul Gandhi's image. Now, always only these things, and I was always thinking, Kiren Raju is having addressing this, saying this to the domestic audience, reinforcing that the narrative of national stability under the current government versus a very chaotic opposition. And then even the political optics is also there. No, whether these claims resonate with the broader voter sentiment or it is his personal thought process, like Kiran Raju's personal thought process is a different thing. See, the way they are destabilizing the parliament also, no, that is also something which we need to discuss. Disruption of the proceedings of the parliament. And Kiran Raju specifically criticized Rahul Gandhi and Congress for disrupting the parliament, causing adjournments and hindering meaningful debate. Many bills were passed like that, no? And it is what is the duty of the opposition? Opposition has to be very strong. He stressed, Kiran Raju very specifically stressed that a robust democracy requires an opposition that fulfills its duty. What is happening in Congress case? Even if their leader struggles to speak effectively, he said another very, very important point. There are many Congress MPs which are otherwise capable, but they are getting undermined. Their efforts are getting undermined. That is another, I think, very, very valid point which he has said. So that's why I said, no, he spoke for the Congress MPs.
Yeah. Also, within the ranks of the Congress party, you have the likes of Shashi Tharoor also, praising BJP. Many times, contrary, also, he supported Modi ji in many points, many important points and policies. Also, yeah, what your views on that?
See, it's a very, very interesting thing. That is like if Shashi Tharoor wants to join BJP. Imagine Shashi Tharoor wants to join BJP. He can't do that. You know why? Because if he is joining, then that anti-defection law will come to effect and he will be disqualified. But if the Congress is terminating him or like expelling him, his MP position will not go. That's a very interesting catch. So he wants what I understood and what I seen through that is Shashi Tharoor wants Congress party to throw him out so that he can remain an MP and then work with BJP, but like as an independent candidate. But the thing is, they will never do that. Congress will never do that. That is why even after he is making very consistent and repeated statements, very pro-Modi statements, why Congress is not responding? Same thing is happening right now in Kerala about Rahul Mangootam. There is another person, Congress MLA, very recent Congress, Palakkad Congress MLA, which has come under certain allegations, very nasty allegations by certain females. And now Congress, because in Palakkad, the second most popular party and the BJ is BJP. If they throw him out, if they make him resign, then there will be a by-election and BJP will come to power in Palakkad. So they don't want to do that. So what they have done, they have withdrawn, and very interestingly, they have said, now we are suspending that particular MLA from Congress, but at the same time, he will not resign. The same issue, like Shashi Tharoor. Only thing is, Shashi Tharoor wants to go out. He wants the Congress party to throw him out, but they will not do it. Similar cases there with Rahul Mangootam, that person also, they are not going to throw him out or ask him to resign. But then there will be a by-election where BJP will come to get the seat, because that is the politics there. So it's all dirty politics. It's all
Yeah.
about elections, who will win the election, and that's all. That is their only consideration, nothing else. That's what I would say.
Also, after D.K. Shivkumar in Karnataka, he sang the RSS anthem.
Yeah,
Another Congress MLA, H.D. Ranganath, he
correct.
also sang the opening lines of Namaste Sada Vatsale. So, what is happening
Correct.
in Congress Karnataka?
I mean, I think that is another very interesting thing. Very interesting things in the like this anthem of RSS. This was actually it's called Sangha Prarthana. It was written by in 1930 by M.S. Goldwalker, who later became the second Sarsang Chalak of RSS, M.S. Goldwalker. He only said, Namaste Sada Vatsale Madhrubhumi. It's a very, very, I don't know whether you have heard that song. It's one of the most beautiful songs. I have many times listened that in the YouTube. Very interesting. I'll get a goosebump if I listen to it. Really, because it's a very, very interesting song regarding the motherland, praising the motherland. It's actually a symbol for RSS at least. It's actually a symbol of discipline, nationalism, and cultural pride. When the Congress is against national, they will never accept anything regarding the RSS. But what has happened when the D.K. Shivakumar on August 21st in Karnataka, Deputy CM also, when he sang the first line of this song, that came as a big surprise for the whole Congress party. Because Congress party has historically positioned itself as an ideological opponent of RSS and BJP. And Shivakumar, of course, he has recited only that what he says is he just wants to imply that. But very interestingly, as you said, on August 24th, that H.D. Ranganath, Congress MLA from Kunigal, when he said, it is a very good song, I heard it after Deputy CM sang it in the assembly, which means it has gone on records. It is sung by a Congress Deputy CM. And I see nothing, that Ranganath said, I see nothing wrong with that. Ours is a secular party and we must accept good things from others. I think it is a very strategical move by, we know there are many certain strategies used by D.K. Shivakumar in projecting himself. He knows that very well that Karnataka is a state with a lot of pro-RSS people. And for all RSS people, this song is very, very important for them. As I said before, now it's regarding nationalism, motherland, and all these things, cultural heritage, and all that. So I think he has placed it very, very strategically to win over the Hindu votes, who is actually supporting RSS. I think it was a strategical move. And see, many times his name comes up as the next CM. I think it's a strategical move which is going behind the scenes. And it is a very good thing for RSS and BJP also. RSS anthem being appreciated by Congress leaders strengthens the Sang's cultural legitimacy. Now BJP can project that then vindication of their ideology. Then it is okay. People have accepted that, showing that even a Congress leaders respect Sang traditions. So for voters of Karnataka, as I said before, it has a very strong political active RSS base. By not rejecting this RSS symbols outright, Congress leader, especially D.K. Shivakumar, may be trying to appeal to the moderate Hindu voters without alienating the minorities. Now, they have both the issues. When they are going stronger to the, minorities suspect that he is shifting his stand, then there will be a problem from him. But at the same time, it's a smart appeal to the moderate Hindu voters that I am there for you. I don't confront you outright. I think it was a very strategic. It reflects actually a pragmatic political strategy, embracing cultural aspects while still opposing BJP on governance and ideology. At the same time, actually accepting you culturally. I think that was a smart move, which D.K. Shivakumar has said, but then it can create a lot of repercussions within Congress within public and all that. That is what my thing, because it can actually confuse Congress ideological positioning. Could also, as I said before, could alienate minority communities if not carefully explained why he has sung this. And it could spark an internal party tension between hardline secularists, as they call themselves, and pragmatic centrists. So these things are actually, we don't know how it, see, these politicians are very smart fellows. They know how to stir the whole thing and harvest out of that. Let's see how it is evolving. I would consider it as a smart move by DK Shivakumar and his supporters, even if it is an MLA.
I mean, there have been many theories as well that DK Shivakumar is not happy that he's not the chief minister, and also that he may be looking to join the BJP.
See, just like as I said about Shashi Tharoor, these are small catalyst which is being thrown into the arena. See, everybody is listening to that. That's what I said. These are very subtle, at the same time, strategical moves, either by Shashi Tharoor or by DK Shivakumar, that I am there, interested in your side. That is again a threat to and message to the Congress leadership also. Why they are afraid about Shashi Tharoor joining BJP? Definitely there is a possibility, and they don't want that. Similarly, they will now give. It's all about carrot and sticks, in this game of politics. So again, it's another smart move. I would only appreciate that strategic intelligence of, or the strategy which is being played by DK Shivakumar. See, only time will say whether it has hit or has caused a repercussion. That we won't be able to. And they are smart politicians. Probably they know better than us how people will think, how the party will think. They have a better knowledge of or inside stories about. I was very surprised with many of the strategies of DK Shivakumar. See, still it has not worked for him. If his aim was to become the CM, every time this is happening, something will actually catch him. Then he will have to retract. So I think these are strategical advancements which he is making, or strategic challenges which he is giving to his leaders or Congress party, that I am there. You should view me more seriously. And I would say that it is a strategical move. It's not very open also. It's a very subtle move. And it's a strategically good move, I would say. Now, what are the repercussions? Sometimes these things may not work. They will just boomerang and create more problem. Let's see what will happen. Yeah. I don't think, first of all, I don't think this is an accidental thing. That is something because a person with the political experience of DK Shivakumar accidentally singing that RSS anthem, that too, when they are in power inside the assembly, is something very, very interesting. There has to be a reason behind that. Only he can know.
Yeah, also Siddaramaiah doesn't want to leave the seat in the CM
Correct. seat. See, these are very, very subtle ways of talking to Congress leadership. Siddaramaiah, you can't ignore me, just like that, isn't it?
Yeah. So coming to the next Bihar election is coming shortly, and Rahul Gandhi was seen with Tejasvi Yadav. They were seen on bikes, and they were saying regarding the vote chori campaign, somehow trying to get the voters of Bihar to vote for them. So this is kind of hilarious that you see them on bikes, him and Tejasvi. So what is your whole take on this? Yeah,
I think he is playing it well. I would seriously say, because from what we all see, Rahul Gandhi doesn't have a choice or a hope in becoming the next prime minister. So he is playing every card according to some instruction by somebody who is smart. That is why he is not giving that affidavit under oath. See, what he should have done, as we have ourselves discussed in Candidate Meena platform, he should have given a complaint under oath, as an affidavit under oath, so that Election Commission can proceed. Now, Now they are saying about SIR. Why SIR was done? We have already discussed that in 2025 assembly elections. This is a very important thing because Election Commission feels that 65 lakh voters were actually in the electoral rolls without the right not in the right way. So they have actually removed them. Voters, what they say is because of the migration and urbanization. And this process was not done since 2003. It is already very late, and it's already 2 decades have passed. And so what they have said, they have specified 11 specified documents excluding Aadhaar and voter's ID or ration card. They have to submit any one of the 11 specified documents, and that has ultimately gone to the Supreme Court. There was an organization called Association for Democratic Reforms versus, and the case is known as Association for Democratic Reforms versus Election Commission of India. They challenged the fairness and transparency of this SIR. Probably it's a Congress-sponsored organization. And there was an interim order on August 14th saying, and the Supreme Court directed the Election Commission to publish a searchable list of all these 65 lakh names deleted from the draft roll, and they have to mention the reasons for deletion. And they also said they have to accept Aadhaar and EPIC documents for claims for the omitted voters. On August 22nd, further, the Supreme Court further allowed online or physical submission of inclusion claims and urged parties to assist voters through the booth level agents. So I think the Election Commission, the Supreme Court is also closely following the whole thing. At the same time, Election Commission has clarified its position that as of 24th of August, Election Commission reported 98.2% of the voters have submitted all the necessary documents and around 1.2 lakh claims and objections were filed. They will look into it, and the Election Commission is saying they have defended its, they have definitely defended their impartiality, stating that it treats all parties equally and emphasizes the mandate to maintain accurate voter rolls before the elections. I think they are also perfectly right in saying. But at the same time, we must know that voter adhikar yatra or that the drama is going on Bihar roads, and very interestingly, a new this thing has come up, slogan has come up. Vote chor, gadi chor, means vote thief, leave the throne. See, he can't throw it. Don't we see something which is similar to Bangladesh happening?
Yes.
He doesn't want to win the election. He doesn't want to give a complaint. He wants Modi to leave the throne. What nonsense is that? Even that slogan itself is actually a very, very dangerous thing. Vote chor, gadi chor. Like, you vote thief, you leave the throne. Who is he speaking to? And what is the meaning of that slogan? He just wants Modi to resign. He doesn't want to debate on that. He doesn't want to challenge it in the court. I mean, that is a very, very bad thing. I don't know. But then again, it is politics, and they play all sort of games. Like,
do you think?
BJP has ask me, please.
Do you think this whole drama, will create an impact on the normal Bihar voter?
See, that's what I said. No. See, if you travel through 1,300 kilometers on motorcycle, he is even going to the field. He is playing all sort of drama. Like, it is a 16-day, 1,300 kilometer campaign across Bihar from Sasaram to Patna. Many say that he is not pulling crowd, but I think he is also they're playing all sort of games to pull the thread. The bike ride, again, it's a strategical thing. People will assemble. They just want to see Rahul Gandhi riding through the roads on a motorcycle. See, these are very smart move. It has been directed by his very brilliant minds, and I think it will create an impact. That is, I personally, sincerely say that it will create an impact. But how far he will succeed in that, we need to see the election results. See, crowds are joining because the way they are doing it, see, they are playing to the gallery. The slogans are very carefully crafted, carefully worded. And he's making a show, no? Like riding the motorcycle, getting into the field, all these things. So it's actually a game of chess. He has been, I think somebody has definitely giving him guidance on how to play at this very, very low level of his political stand right now. So he's trying all sort of things. How BJP will see? I don't underestimate BJP also. In like they have specifically said about this Congress has specifically said about agricultural neglect and Agniveer scheme. It is a very, very important issue. Agniveer scheme is a very important issue in Bihar. So he's playing to the really to the gallery with this thing. And say, as I was telling you last week, see, election means money to the voter. 65 lakh people are losing chance to get some money or some goods as favors in the elections. So there could be unhappy people. There could be issues. It's a smart strategy being played by the Rahul Gandhi and Congress under definite guidance by someone. And I know the political strategy of BJP is also not that bad, especially with brilliant minds like Amit Shah and his supporters. Let's see this game of chess, political chess, what happens.
Yeah.
But impartially saying, he is not doing it the right way. That slogan of asking Modi to get out of the throne, it may hit the people, but it is not the right thing. It is not the right way. That is what I would say about this.
Yeah. So coming to next, another person who does not like to see Modi in power is obviously Donald Trump and all of the American government. So at this point of time, what is quite interesting is that top American economist Kenneth Rogoff, he warned that the growing diversification away from the dollar will push up US interest rates and weaken Washington's ability to impose financial sanctions. So de-dollarization away from the dollar, I don't think the dollar is going to disappear or anything else is going to replace it, but there's diversification into other currencies, particularly euro, the Chinese, renminbi, and frankly, cryptocurrencies. So, in the end, it's going to affect America itself, the people of America. Inflation, will increase. So Donald Trump is not thinking in these terms. He somehow wants to put pressure on Modi and India.
See, if you moderately paraphrase what Rogoff has said, he said two things. The warning he has given is there is a growing global move away from the reliance on the US dollar. And so-called, as you said, the de-dollarization can mean they can raise the US interest rate. It can also undermine Washington's ability to enforce financial sanctions. You know why? So this diversification, if rises interest rates in US, it makes more difficult for the US to impose financial sanctions. That is what he said to NDTV. And now, why diversifying away from the dollar raises US interest rate? When the global investors hold fewer US dollars or treasury securities, the demand for US debt funds actually falls. Naturally, what will happen is the borrowing cost will rise. The borrowing cost will rise, or the US borrowing cost will rise. And US will have to offer higher yields or higher interest to attract buyers. So this is something which is very dangerous for the dollar and America at this moment. Rogoff writes that soaring US federal deficit. There is a federal debt is there for US, because US owes the federal government, federal bank, a debt that is actually 120% of, that is over 120% of their GDP. This is again going to compound the effect of what is being done by Trump with the tariff manipulation. So see, always US has leveraged on dollar clearing system. Throughout the world, till this very recently, it was only US dollar which was being used in clearing systems or the trades. And we know about that, just like our, what is that called? Our two mechanism of bank transfer, NEFT and the other one, no? About 2 lakhs.
IMPS?
IMPS is there, that NEFT and
RTGS.
what is the other one? RTGS. Just like that, what the governments or the internationally, what is being done is there is a something called SWIFT network. That SWIFT money transfer network control, just like what we do this thing in India, that NEFT and the other one, it is being the SWIFT network is used, and it is used in dollars. So its status over global finance to see America, why America is able to like global finance to enforce sanctions, because of their control of dollar, and dollar is actually the clearing system in throughout the world trade, and also this SWIFT network control between the banks. So US can always say, no, Russia's money is freezed, Iran's money is freezed. But what is happening, that itself nobody liked. And now with an unstable tariff system which is coming into play, if the nations move away from the dollar, transacting, as you said, in euros, then that is actually the yuan itself, and possibility in cryptocurrencies or a brick currency, as we discussed last time. See, if China, India, Russia, Brazil, and South America do transactions between themselves in brick currency, then there will be a big problem for US dollar. Because the number of population coming under these 4 countries is phenomenal. So such fragmentation reduces the efficiency and reach of US sanctions regimes, and the control of US will come down. That is what Rogov was trying to convey to the Trump. And especially with the Trump era policies, like notably the tariff and politically motivated economic moves. That is the most dangerous thing. Why the dollar trust is coming down. This tariff and politically motivated economic moves. It's not according to any standard. Like you do something with the China, you do something else with India. You do something else with Europe, and do something else with Canada and Mexico. That means there is some accelerated foreign distrust in dollar. This has actually catalyzed the shift towards an alternative currency. Now every other country is thinking about, especially China, especially India, especially Brazil and Russia, thinking about, should we really depend on dollar for our trade, at least between ourselves? So people have started thinking, even I think European, why euro was actually floated? It was as an alternative to dollar. And the actual mistake Iraq did was, he said, and now I am going to accept euro instead of dollar. That is why US actually overthrew it. It was never the weapon of mass destruction, which actually caused this regime change, isn't it? So economic institutions and fiscal policies are the key. These are very, very important things. That is why Rogov stresses that domestic mismanagement. It is America's domestic mismanagement, not the external shifts or poses, is the real threat to dollar dominance. Actually, they are mismanaging their finance system by this tariff, saying something else. See, there will definitely inflation which is going to happen. It's already happening in US, which is going to create a problem for American citizens, isn't it? There will be a 10 to 20% like cost disadvantage for each and every American when he buys things or services things, at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the year, probably you will have to spend 20% more money into that. So de-dollarization or a decreased demand for US assets, especially that US treasury bonds, is something which is very, very dangerous. You know why America was afraid of China? They reduced their treasury, this thing, the same thing, the treasury funds. Actually, China holds a lot of treasury funds. If they start selling in open market, it will come down. So, and there is a very high US debt and fiscal weakness. What is right now currently happening in US? This is going to amplify the risk from this rate hikes and the tariff problems. So, I think what he said, as Raghav said, it is a very, very important thing. It's a warning to US. You can't just fight with every nation in this world. Then they will one day decide, let's think about de-dollarization. Why can't we do that? So what he was saying is, you are making other countries think about de-dollarization. It's actually a very bad move for America. That is what he is saying. Especially when the US debt levels are at historically high levels. Institutional trust. See, why dollar is losing its trust value? Because of the institutional loss of trust with America. And economical rival powers are clearly seeking about other alternatives, whether it is China, whether it is Japan, whether it is, probably Japan will take some more time, or Russia, Brazil, India. So these are warning signs, and and his megalomania, probably the megalomania Trump is showing, nobody is not listening to anyone. He's even conducting raids, federal FBI raids on people's houses where who are speaking against his policies, isn't it? What
Yes,
to do?
yes. Yeah, we will have to wait and see, because each and every day he keeps changing his mind and policies.
See,
Donald Trump.
smartness is seeing in warning signs. When this economist speaks, these are warning signs. A smart fellow should listen to this. Otherwise, one day the whole thing can collapse. Of course, dollar may take some time to collapse, because they have a it's all made very, very foolproof. And they still believe nothing can go wrong for US, nothing can go wrong for dollar. That is why these economics are predicting, see, you are going in the wrong direction. You can't offend all the countries in this world together. You can offend Russia, probably you can offend China, you can offend India, but not everyone at the same time. The biggest strategic mistake Trump has done is he has offended everyone, including Europe, his own NATO countries, including Canada, including Mexico, where most of their footpath, other things are coming from, isn't it? You can't just fight with everyone. That is not a wise move. That is probably what he's saying. And see, there has to be alternatives. There will be repercussions. And if you are making your enemy's strength, more powerful by aligning together against this gigantic financial system called the American dollar system, who knows what will happen at some point of a time? So they have, I think it's very genuine warning which was given by not only one person, not only Rogov. Many people have said about this. It's not wise. They were even saying it is not wise to antagonize India with such a large amount of free population. It's not like China. It's not like China. Like, our economy and our buying power and purchasing power is increasing. Why you want to antagonize such a nation who will not yield to you? See, again, that is another important point. He has miscalculated Indian minds, at least Indian political minds.
Yeah, so there's a question from Melbourne. Is Trump not doing this to remove the tentacles of the cabal globally because it's a good way to collapse them? So what she's referring is, initially when Donald Trump came to power, he was going against the American deep state. There was so many assassination attempts on Donald Trump. He got shot in the ear. So initially, he said he's going to go against the American deep state. And after that, he fought with Elon Musk. Then, so many, he went back on many of the policies. He didn't, the Epstein files. He didn't. He said he's going to expose the names. So all those things he rolled back. So what exactly is your opinion on this?
No, that's what I was talking to Meena about the same topic 3-4 weeks back. I was saying, see, these are the bureaucratic system. Though we call them deep state, it is a bureaucratic system which has got access to every single information. It's as a continuous system. Like Trump is coming for 4 years, Biden was there for 4 years. Like it's a system. But then when you come to get exposed to the hard realities, I will say so many things. I will say about my dreams when I am actually contesting the election. But once you come to power, they will try to convince you, see, it's not like what you are saying. If you do that, this is going to be the repercussions. Like as I was telling your mother that the old series, no, Yes Minister and Yes Prime Minister, the old BBC series. See, whatever the minister says, they will say yes first. Then they will bring in their own agendas and reasons for that. And ultimately, nothing is going to work. Similarly, there could be the system working, what we call cabal or the deep state. It could be the system which is trying to convince. See, even we don't say what Trump is doing is the right way for America, isn't it? Even thing is not. This is not the right way an American president should deal with the rest of the world. The same thing, if I am given a chance, if I am a secretary or if I am one of the responsible advisors to him in the government, I will be telling him, see, I may not be able to tell this openly, but then if he is listening to me, I should be telling him that this is not the right thing you are doing. See, there is going to be the same thing which I said. Probably somebody else will be telling him, you are going to decrease the power of dollar. You are going to decrease the financial reign of America, which was holding for so many years over the countries. Because if the dollar goes down, your financial reign is getting lax. You will not be able to hold these horses as you like. They will go haywire. So, see, though we call it a deep state or a cabal, it is a system which is trying to make Trump understand that if you go like this, there could be trouble. During the first time also, he did this issue with the fight against with the trade against China. He did it for 3 years. Finally, after 3 years, he realized it is not going to work against China. See, they are also smart people. We should never underestimate our opponents, however small we think they are. A smart man will never do. Probably some freedom is being instilled into Trump. I don't know. That is the only possibility which I feel. Though we call them cabal or deep state or the bureaucracy, somebody is trying to instill smartness into him, wisdom into him, or the political wisdom into him, or strategical wisdom into him. And probably he is realizing that what I said before the election is not practical things. And for a person like Trump, he can always go back at any point of a time. What he says today is not the thing what he is going to say tomorrow. So that has become very normal. Isn't it? You can't predict whether he will stick on to what he has said in the last week. Only prediction which I probably make, he will stick on with the India's tariff. Because his images has gone down so drastically in dealing with this. At least he wants to win against India. He can't win against China. He can't win against Russia. So I think he will impose 50% tariff for India, and it is not going to create any impact actually to India. And I will definitely feel that just like what was done during our cryogenic engines when we we conducted that nuclear experiment at Bokhara. Ultimately, we are going to excel.
Right.
That is what I would feel regarding that.
Okay, Vinodji, it was a wonderful session, and we will see you once again next week. Until then, Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Hind, Jai Sri Ram.